Here we go. This is going to be our sample questions for our upcoming test. The first one I'd like to put on here is what, I should say what, but anyway, what is so special about right triangles? Jessica, do you remember?
They're right and they're always pointing up.
All right, so they are right. They're always right. And like you mentioned, they point up. All right. Okay. Let's go to the second one. Why are 30, 60, 90 and 45, 45, 90 right triangles so special? Noah, can you remember?
30, 60, 90 says that the longest leg is this like a spiritual significance question or just?
Well, one thing I'd like you to know is that if you know one leg, you know one side, you know them all. Like for example, over here on the board where I show you, if you got the shorter leg as 5, I can't really point it. If you got one leg, you know them all. Okay? So that's kind of in general. If you know one, let's say if you know one side length, you know them all. Okay? So that's the kind of good thing about that. And now the two theorems, I'd like you to make sure you know those two theorems. Alex, let's see if you can finish this. In a 30, 60, 90 triangle, the length of the hypotenuse is, can you finish that?
2 times the length of the shorter side.
Yes. And the length of the longer leg, Penelope, is? Say it nice and loud so we can hear you.
Is the length of the shorter leg square.
Times, who can help her? Josh, can you help her? The length of the longer leg is the length of the shorter leg times
2 times.
square root of 3. Yes, square root of 3. All right. Okay, so make sure you know these. Study them. You got notes on them, so make sure you know them because I could ask you these. All right, let's go to the sample problems now. Remember, you have got to have a calculator. You're not going to be able to use any phones. Okay, so make sure you have your calculators. And as a general approach, I wish I could put the worksheet up here, but look at the worksheet for a minute. When you look at the first, let's look at the sample questions here. You look at the first set of 4. What do you notice? You notice that you got 2 lengths given, 1 missing. Okay? How would you work that out, Josh D? How would you find the missing length? Let me say if we've got X here, and this is, which one? I forgot which number is it. I think this is number 1. Let's say we got 20 here, and we've got 15. This is a right triangle, kind of a basic, and it's going back. Wish I could make my right triangle better. But anyway, right angle there. How do we find that, Lacey? The hypotenuse. We got the 2 sides. Do you remember? Going back a bit. Victoria? Pythagorean, yes. So whenever you got 2 sides and any of those, just say, oh, that's basic Pythagorean, and I tell you the truth, class, I am going to ask you this in your exam. R in your test here. So it's Pythagorean. So the setup here would be c squared equals a squared plus b squared. Now the key is to know which is the c. Roger, which is going to be the c, the 15, the 20, or the x? Absolutely, the x. So you put x squared is equal to 20 squared plus 15 squared plus like that. Okay. Grant, do you know what 20 squared is?
400.
Yes, so 2 times 2 is 4 and then 2 zeros, so 400. And I'm sure somebody in here might remember what 15 squared is. Victoria? 225. Let's write that down. So this would give me a 625. I'm sorry, this should be, almost thought okay, x squared. So let me stop for a minute. Tiffany, if I've got x squared is 625, how do I find x?
Square root of 625.
Absolutely. Square root of 625. Anybody remember that right off? Or it's going to be 25. 25 would be my answer for that one. And I know I didn't assign you that, but you can just write it down. I mean, just get the practice. And again, whenever you've got 2 lengths that you're given, to find the third one, and it's a right triangle, it's straight Pythagorean. Okay? So what do I have for this? Number 3? Yeah, let me have you do number 3 right now. Number 3, that's 18, that's 12. Let's do this together. And this is x. Please don't be tricked by this, because we know 2 side lengths. We can find the third one. I'd like you to be working with me right now. C squared equals a squared plus b squared. Joey, what would be the c in this one? Absolutely. That's a trick right here, to know that the hypotenuse is the c, x squared plus 12 squared. All right. 18 squared. I'm glad to see people working with their calculator. You're going to be working it tomorrow, so you might as well do it now. 18 squared, Amber, would be what?
18 squared would be 324. 324.
324. All right. Plus 12 squared. Victoria? 144. Plus properly. Luke, I know it's not working. You should be working now. Okay, no, I said do it now. Subtract 144 from both sides. Luke?
Yeah.
Okay, follow what I'm saying or leave. 144. Here we go. All right. This is gone. This would be 0. 12 take away 4 is 8. And then 2. No, 1, sorry. X squared is 180. Abby, how can I find x from that?
You take the square root of 180.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. 180. And here they ask you for simplest radical form. I would take it either way, either that or with the as a decimal. Daniela, can you work that out as a decimal? Round this to the 10th place. 180 to square root of 180. Okay, you don't have to tell it. Square root of 180. What is it? Anybody confirm that?
Yes.
13.4. Let's write that down. 13.4. Anybody got that before I did? All right, that's good to see. That's what I want you to just be practicing. Let this be a time when we can really practice together for the upcoming test tomorrow. It's already tomorrow. Let's go to a few others. And that's the other set here. Let me finish this diagram here. So we got a right angle here. This is right up here. Somebody help me with these numbers. What's this leg here?
Which
What is it?
X.
blank? Here's nothing.
We don't know it? What do we know? This one?
What number do you want?
Number 10.
You know the bottom two.
No.
Is that number 10?
The H.
What do we know? This?
Yeah, that's 3.
That's 3.
That's 3.
Alright. Do we know this?
Yeah, 12.
12. Oh, I see it. How about this?
X plus 5.
X plus 5. Alright, let's do this one together.
So it'd be H squared.
Yeah, that's a type, Tiffany. So, do you remember the formula to relate this altitude to these two? Do you remember? Let me just get the answer right here.
Is H squared equals A squared? No, A plus B. Right?
Pretty close. H squared, which is going to be this, is equal to x times y. So that's the format we're using here. H squared, if you want to kind of review here, is xy. So for this, it's going to be x plus 5, which is our h. That is all squared, like this. And xy would be what?
3 times 12.
3 times 12. Let me write that down. 3 times 12. All right? So go ahead and write that down. Noah?
Are we gonna have to know transient by triangle?
Yes. All right. That's why we're doing it. Okay. So if you can consider this right here as a giant variable, I'm just going to put, let's say, consider this to be a big X all squared equals 36. Then we can find that by taking the square root. So I'm going to do it right here. X plus 5, thinking of it as a big variable, it's going to be equal to the square root of 36. Let's see, I'm not going to like to be 36. So it's going to be easy now to finish. X plus 5 is equal to what? Square root of 36 is? 6. So x will be what? It's going to be 1. And I subtract 5 from both sides, x is going to be 1. All right. Let me look at the worksheet again. What I'd like you to do is do number 9 right now, which is similar. Just work it out right now. You might have to work out a decimal. Yes.
In the beginning, it was x squared plus 5. No, x plus 5 is squared. Well, 5 squared is 25.
Yeah, I know, it's a little bit confusing. What I'm doing here, Penelope, I'm looking at this thing here like a big variable. Let me just model it like this. Just consider the x plus 5 to be like a big variable in here. Equals 36. So whatever is in here, it's got to be a square root of 36. So this was the that kind of like the big X. It's square root of 36, which is 6.
But wouldn't you square 5?
No, you don't square it. Just leave it like a big variable like that. But I know the confusion.
You should have the answer for number 9.
You done already?
Yeah.
All right.
This one,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense though.
Hmm?
You would have to redistribute the property.
No, not for this. If it were like this, where can I write? If it were like this, x plus 5. Well, you could actually, oops, head back. Lost it.
No.
Yeah.
You have a tab, a new tab open.
Yeah.
No, go to the first one.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, go back. Press that.
You see those giant?
That. Go up. Go up. That one. Click that.
This right here?
There, yes.
36 minus 1.
Okay.
Which one? Did I lose it?
That means it's a new page.
I lost it?
Yes, we lost it. It's still recording.
Well, It's not even recording.
No, it is
Still
recording.
recording. Well, that's fine. I'd like for you to hear your voices, isn't it?
I don't want to hear my voice.
Yeah. Which one is it? You can do.
I have number 9. You asked us to
Number
do
nine.
number 9. You don't have it up there, but you asked us to
I
do it
know,
later.
but we can set it up anyway. Number 9. Which of the three formulas we use for that one?
H2.
H squared, yes. So it will be H squared is going to be XY. And specific to what we've got here, Luke, how would we write that? What would be our H?
Our H is, the answer is 0.38.
No, I want to set up so we can see how to do it.
It's, the middle one is X,
Alright, it should be X squared is equal to
3 times 5.
3 times 5. Okay, so we get 15 out of this. Yeah, X would be the square root of 15. It's almost the square root of 16, which is 4. So it's going to be 3 point something, almost 4, right?
8729.
3.9 to the 10th place. Anybody else got that? Alright. Good. I hope I don't lose this one again. I want to do number 12 with you, which is slightly different. This is right here, and this is right here. Let's see what we got. Do we have this leg? Do we have this leg?
No.
Do we have this one? What is it?
8.
That's 8. We have it.
2x.
2x for this little segment of the
16 is the
hypotenuse.
whole thing.
And the whole thing is what?
16.
16. Alright. Whole thing is 16. Different setup for this one because this doesn't have to do with the altitude. Who remembers here? Different formula for this one. The a squared formula, yes, it's the a squared formula equals, who remembers one?
X times what?
X times
C?
C, absolutely, yes. You just have to remember,
You wrote a Y instead of a C.
I don't know why I wrote that, Luke. Well, you said the right thing. I get it out.
Or you can just put it in a research.
Alright, let me try to get that C. Okay, good. Better. So in this one, what would be my A? Bridget, do you remember what would be my A?
8.
It's going to be 8, so it's going to be 8 squared is equal to, the X would be, Lacey, remember? It's going to be 2X. This little portion of the hypotenuse which is adjacent to the leg is going to be 2X, write that. And finally, Priscilla, the C would be what? 16. So it's going to be easy for us now because 8 squared, David, is what? 64. And 2x times 16 would give me 32x. It's going to divide both sides by the 32. And you get what? 64 divided by 32? That's going to be 2. Alright? So that's a practice of these. The one I'd like you to do is 11. Similarly, do number 11 right now. Similarly,
What's the
hmm?
What's the
It is b squared equals cy. B squared equals cy.
So now for 11 it would be b squared.
Yeah, but it's going to be similar
They're,
to
two,
a
they're
squared.
the same thing.
Yeah, just about. Yeah. All right, go ahead and do number 11 now. Priscilla, work on number 11. Grant, you did it?
No, I'm working on it.
All right. Tiffany was just saying that these two formulas are similar. The a squared equals cx is similar to the b squared equals cy. You just have to be very discerning as to which one you use for your y and which one for the x. Okay?
For this one, would you use distributive property?
Yeah.
So we 5 times the exposing names. Exposition is in parentheses.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
it's 5x.
Yes.
No.
Squared.
Yeah, it's 5x plus 40.
Why did
All right, some people have kind of gone ahead. Let me get a setup from someone. But maybe somebody want to correct the setup for this one. What number is that? 11. I would like to write a setup for that one. See if it's kind of awkward to write it. Yeah, see if you can look up there, right? Kind of hard to look up. Usually we look down to right. Oh, you're better than me. Okay. It's a B squared equals CY.
You want me to write that formula? or-
Yeah. No, you can just go ahead. Excellent. Anybody else have that? Because that's exactly what it is. All right, let me have somebody else finish it. Nice. So nice. I don't want to touch it. Would like to finish it at home, do it.
Wait, no, I can't know if I got it right.
Can I write it?
I don't know if I got it right.
What's 10 squared? What's 10 squared?
10 squared is,
You have to look up.
bring it down.
Right on it. What's 10 squared? Write that down. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Is equal to. Is equal to.
Wow, I said
Big, big equal to. All right, let's do the distributive property now. Keep going. Fine, that's better. It takes a little time to get the, you know, 5x plus. Yeah, plus.
What are you?
What's that, 40?
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you this. All right, finish it. Tiffany.
Oh.
Okay, can you
100 equals 5x plus 40.
Five X, right?
5x. Sandra so steady. She's doing better than me, too. Get that?
That's a 90 or
40.
So I just finish it up.
Yeah. Let me see what. Somebody finish it up for us.
I'm gonna finish
One
it
more
up.
step.
It's really hard.
Brandon's gonna finish it up for us.
Wait, so do I
Yeah.
push this when I
No,
want
you
to
don't push it. Just mark it. But you have to look there and then write down there.
push?
Or you just improvise and
So,
or you.
oh,
I didn't touch it.
okay,
I
alright.
did. I gave up at
So,
the sign.
I can tell.
There we go. 5 by 5.
Harder than it looks.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward. Alright. So x is equal to 60 divided by 5. Anybody's got that? 12?
Yes.
Alright, number of people got it. Thank you very much. Alright, let's see where we go from here. Let me go back, see what I have there. Yeah, I think that would be good for Trinity, the Trinity of right triangles. Those three formulas. I think I saw somebody writing them down. Let me just remind you. A squared is equal to xy. We have a squared is equal to the cx. And the b squared is equal to what?
XY. No, CY.
CY. Yeah, and I trust you can see why.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, look at 15 now. Let's go to this set. 15. Alright, what do you notice about this set here? 15. 30, 69. Did you need a calculator? Say no.
No.
Good.
No.
Alright. Alright, let's look at 15 together. We have a right triangle here. 60 is there, 6, and so on. Alright, so we got 60 degrees right here. This is what, root 6 right here?
You know,
Okay. So really, what are we finding here again? What's this?
The hypotenuse of which is x.
X?
Yes.
Anything else?
and bottom is y.
Okay. All right, this one is a little bit tricky because of the root 6, but let's see if we can do that. I'm sure someone will be able to tell me what the hypotenuse is. Grant, what is it?
2 root 6.
Excellent. The hypotenuse is going to be twice the length of the shorter leg, so x would be 2 root 6. Nicely done. The y, that would be a little bit tricky. No, let me see if you can give me the y. The shorter leg is root 6. What would be the longer leg? Not with your calculator. Remember, you don't need a calculator for this one.
So it'd be
Root 18. Excellent. Anybody else see that?
No.
This is just going to be whatever the shorter leg is times what? Root 3. So you did it perfect. Root 6 times root 3 is root 18. Root 18, you can simplify that. Root 18 is the same as what? Root 9 times root 2, yes? What is that, David? Root 9 times root 2?
It's 3 root 2.
3 root 2. Josh, do you agree with that? All right, that's in the simplest form.
What if you root 18?
You probably lose a point for that or so. But let's do number 16 now. Let's look at number 16. The right angle is here. What is it? Somebody help me.
6 root 2.
It's 45, 45? How do you know it's 45, 45, 90?
The 2 angles are
Excellent. And I didn't draw it right. But anyway, this is the same as this. Okay, and what's the hypotenuse?
6 root 2.
6 root 2. All right. 6 root 2. What's this? What's this over here?
2x minus 8.
2x minus 8. A little bit different for us. And
3y.
3y. Okay, thank you. All right. I wonder if Victoria could help me as to how to make a relationship between this shorter leg, well, not shorter leg, they're the same, this leg and the hypotenuse. How would you set it up to find y? "45, 45, 90, somebody said because these are the same, so I should probably do this. That's the same as this, right? Although I didn't draw it that way. So if this is 6 root 2, the hypotenuse is 6 root 2, Austin, what would be this leg? No. Right?
It would be 3y. The y would equal 2.
Yeah, you went ahead of me. So this leg would be what?
My bad. 6.
Who said that? Nicely done. How many? Thank you. It's 6. Nicely done. Yes. Yes. Each leg would be 6. How many can see that?
I can't see it.
Can't see it? Yeah. This would have to be 6, and this also would have to be 6. Because that's the way the 45, 45, 90 triangle is. Let me just draw one. See if I can draw one right here and show you. 45, 45, 90. You've got that. It's supposed to be a 45, 45, 90. If this is 6 root 2 here, then these still have to be the same. This has to be 6, and this has to be 6. So that's why 3 would be 6, and y would be what? Y would be 2 when I divide both sides by 3. And here, Joshie, how would I work this out? 2x minus 8 equals 6.
You'd add 8 to both
Add
sides.
8, yeah, let me get some paper here.
Oh,
2x minus 8 equals 6. So you want to do it? Want to try? Give it a shot. Add 8, right on here. Look up here to make sure you're probably lined up. Over there. Add 8. For both sides. Oh, 6 plus 8 plus 6. What's that? Are you going to write it in there? Go ahead. What's the number? So, more step to finish this. I know some of you probably have already done. You have to look up here to right. Yeah. Good. The girls seem to have steadied their hands. Nice. Anybody got that before us? X equals 7. Go ahead. Abby, got it also? All right. I got one more type I want to look at with you before we go. We got 5 minutes. Let's go to the last set. No more talking now. Flip the page. And here I'm gonna have to draw this one. I don't have it yet, but it shouldn't take too long. I'm gonna look at number 18. State 18. Let's draw that real quick. And the palm use, let's get it with this. Alright. Alright, triangle. What are the numbers here? What do we have? 9 here?
X, no X.
X here? Here?
9
Uh-huh.
and 25.
25 degrees?
Yes.
Alright. Now, when you see this, if you see this on your exam or on the test, is this like a 30, 60, 90?
No.
No. What are we going to use? Luca?
Brain.
What are we using? Patoaso. Patoaso for this one. Say it again. Patoaso. Patoaso. Okay. Alright, what would we use here? Ta, toa, or so for this one? Abby, what do you think? Alright, let's try 10. 10, 25 would be, let me write. 10, you want to try Abby, 10, 25? 10, 25, you want to try? Equals what?
X plus 9.
Equals,
Yeah, X plus 9.
You have to touch it and just look up here so you make sure you line up. Equals. Over 9. She's got it. Alright, that's the opposite. Over the. No, you're right. You're right. Opposite over adjacent. You got it right.
Who can I do the next one?
Tan 25 calculator.
You get 1 point, I mean, you get 0.46.
That's it. I'm packing up. That's it. I'm packing up.
6, 6, you write that down. Yeah, let's touch it.
2 minutes left.
Bring it on to the 10. One. Touch it. 663. Did I have a confirmation on that? 4663?
Yes.
Equals X over 9. Alright, let's go down. You have a seat. What am I going to do now here? Cross 5. And then X equals 4, 6, 3.
You get, yeah, you get 4.2.
Rounded?
Yeah, we're on.
Alright. Okay, make sure you know your concepts. Also make sure you know how to do these questions.